Hello again. So lots going on with the forecast as we go through the next few days. In the short term, it's remaining cold, but at least there will be plenty of dry and bright weather across the region on Friday. However, all change as we go through the weekend. We're going to see potentially some sleet and some snow in places. So on Friday, we've still got high pressure fairly close by. That's going to keep us largely dry, but throughout the weekend, low pressure starts to work its way towards us now. It's going to be driving the system towards the UK. It's expected to work its way north and eastwards. And on the leading edge of that front, some of that rain could be turning to sleet and snow for a time before the milder air sweeps in and it turns back to rain as we go through Sunday. But in the meantime, well, it's certainly dry out there for the rest of tonight. Lengthy clear skies, so it will be cold. Our temperatures falling well below freezing. So there will be a widespread frost tonight, potentially a few fog patches in places too. And what that means for Friday morning is a cold and a frosty start to the day first thing. But for many of us, we'll get to see plenty of blue skies and lots of sunshine across the region. Might just see the odd sneaky shower as we go through the afternoon, but generally it's a dry end to the working week. Light winds, but wrap up warm. It's remaining cold at their highs this time between 2 and 5 degrees. And as I mentioned earlier, if you're making plans for the weekend, do watch out for this area of low pressure driving this rain towards us. As I mentioned earlier, for a time it could be turned to sleet and snow, and you can see the squeeze and the isobars too. It will be turning rather windy. Then once this moves out of the way, the temperatures will rise once again by the end of the week with some sunny spells to come on Monday. Bye-bye. Hello again. So today's weather has been a lot quieter, brighter, but rather cold across the region, especially compared to yesterday. And as we go through the next few days, well, it is remaining on the cold side. There will be some frost out there. And as we move through the weekend, we're going to see a wintry mix of weather. So you can see on Friday, for most of us, a largely dry story. Still plenty of winter sunshine across the region. But as we move through the weekend, low pressure will be taking control of things. Now you can see here, it's going to drive the system north and eastwards as we go through the weekend. And on the leading edge of that band, it could be turned to sleet and snow for a time before the slightly milder air moves in, turning it back to rain later on Saturday and into Sunday. But briefly, we could be seeing some snow in places. Now, in the meantime, though, for the rest of tonight, well, it's quiet out there, dry. We've got lengthy clear skies. So that was allowing those temperatures to turn very cold tonight, falling below freezing for many areas. So there will be a widespread frost. As I mentioned earlier, potentially a little bit of fog out there too. So for tomorrow morning, a frosty start to the day first thing. But once that fog lifts, blue skies and plenty of sunshine across the region. Might just see the odd sneaky shower, but for most of us, it will be a dry end to the working week. Light winds, but feeling cold again. Highs there of 3 or 4 degrees, and those sea states are moderate. Speaking of which, we've got high tide at Brighton, 10 past 1 in the morning, again around 20 past 1 in the afternoon. So how's it looking as we move through the weekend? Well, as I mentioned earlier, we've got this system working its way towards us, bringing some rain, potentially some sleet and some snow in places. Bye-bye.